Hi guys, this is Dina.
And Doug with No Stress Travel. We just had an opportunity to spend several very relaxing days up in the North Georgia mountains, and we wanted to take a minute and share that experience with you. We went to Sautee and Helen, Georgia, and visited Tallulah Gorge State Park. We're lifelong campers and love going camping, but this one time we decided that we weren't into putting up a tent and taking down a tent and all that stress and strain, so we decided to do a glamping trip for the first time, and we found this place called Farfalla Collective. And they set us up with a gorgeous geodesic dome, an isolated spot out in the middle of nowhere with a hammock and a fire ring, and this geodesic dome was amazing on the inside. It had a panoramic window looking out into the woods. It had a queen bed, a kitchenette, couch, table, air conditioning, heat, even a pull-down screen and a projector hooked to the internet so you could watch Netflix or whatever you wanted to in the evening. So if you're ever in the Helen, Georgia area and you're looking for a beautiful place to set up camp, go look up Farfalla Collective. Those guys were great. Once we had a chance to settle in, we hopped in the Jeep and headed about 12 minutes down the road to the cool little Georgia mountain town of Helen. As you can see, Helen is home to the world's fastest old people. Sorry, I can't resist a dad joke. Actually, Helen was started in 1912 as a logging town, named after one of the founder's daughters. But logging didn't last forever, and as it began to die out, the town had to remake itself. And when it did, through zoning laws in the late 60s and early 70s, it designated that the entire town would be intentionally designed with this southern German Bavarian motif and styled itself to be a tourist destination for folks from Atlanta and the surrounding areas. And the town is filled with Christmas shops, pretzel shops, restaurants. There even used to be a tarantula museum there. I have pictures around here somewhere where I terrorized my kids with going in that place. But anyway, as you look around the town, every single space is filled with German memorabilia, or it's decorated to have this German feel to it. Helen is popular year-round, whether you're going to Oktoberfest or to see the Appalachian forest in the fall, the Christmas markets in Christmas, or to splash in the Chattahoochee during the summer. The town grocery store has an enormous array of German and European beers and wines and is generally pretty well outfitted. It's a little expensive, but you are up in the mountains, so you have to account for that. But one of our favorite places in Helen is this candy store. These guys hand make just about everything in there, and our favorites are the fudge, the candy apples, the chocolate dipped strawberries, and the pralines. We always get the pralines while we're up there. Another popular feature of Helen is the beautiful Chattahoochee River, which runs right through the middle of town. In Atlanta, the Chattahoochee is a huge river, but here it's really small and it's more like a stream. And in the hot summer days, this stream will be filled with people on inner tubes enjoying the cold water tubing through Helen. After grabbing some lunch, we hopped in the Jeep again and headed about 30 minutes away to Tallulah Gorge State Park. All of the Georgia state parks require that you stop and get a $5 day pass or purchase a year-long pass. Once you get into the park, you go to the main building, and around the back is the North Rim Trail, which will take you to the gorge and the suspension bridge. The views here were spectacular, and I really wanted to fly my drone, but as you can see, that wasn't happening. So we had to do everything with handheld cameras. But that's Tallulah Gorge in the fall, and the colors were just popping. If you look closely, you can see the suspension bridge at the bottom of the gorge there. And to get to that bridge, there are stairs. 1,062 stairs down and up to visit all of the waterfalls and the suspension bridge. And there are signs everywhere telling you that you do not want to do this. But I've never been one to take good advice, so we did it anyway, and as expected, it was awful. It was awful, but look at these views. This park is gorgeous. North Georgia is more than just interesting, quirky towns and breathtaking state parks. Everywhere we went, we saw roadside attractions that we wanted to stop and explore, like this, the old Sautee store. Inside, it's set up like a 1920s general store, and the folks that work there are wonderful. This lady, we talked to her for the longest time. Part of the store is still set up like it was in the 1910s, 1920s, but it's filled with all kinds of clothing and food memorabilia that you can take as a souvenir. Well, we've loved sharing this experience with you. Please like and subscribe so that we can make some more of these videos, and we loved having you along. We'll see you on the road with No Stress Travel. Take care.